do a total reset on this run, I guess. Oh yeah, trolls are definitely a pain in the ass when you don't have any equipments. In fact, yeah, just to sort of speed up our sort of our progress through the tower, trying to find that first. Good grief! Get the hell out of here! And yeah, you see, Jasu there has a weaker magic spell than our new clown there, and the reason for that is that clown's innate sort of hidden talent is that he has double magic levels, basically. So for every level that your clown gains, he'll gain 2 magic levels. You didn't get to see him level up, obviously, but yeah, he's at level 1, but his magic is level 2. And if he had lived long enough to gain a level, then he would have had a level 4 magic spell. And even apart from that, he's got really super high. Actually, it doesn't actually show you your magic stat here. I did not realize that. But I guess magic is kind of a hidden stat, though. But yeah, he's got really strong magic power as well. What was I messing around in the main? Oh right, I wanted to. Yeah, I need to change the lineup to our sort of. I wish that it seems like the basically the memory for for your familiars AI and all that, and the position is linked to the caller, which is kind of annoying. I wish it were based on the familiar, so that I would, because yeah, as it is, every time you switch out your active familiar, you're going to money wand. That's actually oh man, we're getting all these valuable items here. It's because yeah, this sells for a good 1,000. The spell balls are really valuable and they'll sell for a lot. Honestly, this run wasn't even a total waste. That's cute. Sleep spell and a paralyzed, sleep trap and a paralyzed trap right next to each other. Oh, and we got the wands here too. Man, this would have been the perfect run to level up the clown too. Oh, if this is a revive, no, it isn't. It's a decurse. That's fine. We're definitely gonna find another spell ball too. Oh, we gotta make our way over there. Man, we're just making crazy money on this run. This is ridiculous. I guess karma and all that. The universe needs to balance out the bad, terrible luck that I had. Or no, how do you get down there again? I should know these floors by heart by this point, but I don't. Yeah, there's only a limited number of ways that these first floors can be laid out, and I should know them all by now, honestly, as many times as I've played this game, but I don't, just because I'm terrible at memorizing things. Honestly, it's even if I could memorize things, I wouldn't want to. It's fun sometimes to be able to forget things about video games. I find that especially with Mega Man games are some of my favorites, because you can not play a game for a long time and then come back to it, and then it's kind of fresh for you. It's almost kind of like you're playing it for the first time. I find Mega Man games are really great for that. If I can come to a Mega Man game, having not played it for a long time, and having completely forgotten all the boss weaknesses and all that, and it's actually difficult again. It's playing it for the first time. It's really cool. Yeah, really like my ability. I'm if anything, I am thankful for my ability to just completely forget things about video games very, very easily after relatively short periods of time too. Actually, that actually ties into what I've been playing this week. Sort of, not for the channel, but just on my own time. Is I got back into, or actually, this is kind of, man, we're three one-offs away from the original topic, which I can't even remember what it was at this point. Oh yeah, it was remembering tower layouts, video game memory in general, Dark Souls, and then then off from that, or did I even say Dark Souls? Anyways, that's what I've been playing this week, is Dark Souls 2. And then apart from that, also, my PS3 actually died on me about a month ago. Oh, we got a little scene between Selphie and Gauche here. I was kind of looking forward to kicking his ass, but this is fine. How did they find a gold coin on the second floor of the tower? That's ridiculous. Gold coins aren't even, honestly, the like different tiers of coins aren't even worth. Oh, go on, Jasu, take it, take it, take it. I really wonder like what Puffy Lips was supposed to be originally. Like, is that a thing that you call people in Japan? I mean, apparently it's some kind of term of endearment if he's like angry. That I would have thought it would be an insult. It's like, you know, I can't think of a comparable thing. What are ways that you can just like random things you can say about a person's, like random insults to a person's face? It's like, I don't know, snub nose. I don't know, unibrow. Yeah, puffy lips. You wouldn't think that would be like a. What? I'll talk to her all that I want to, man. We're gonna be doing a lot more than talking by the end of the game, dude. So you better get used to it. That's actually not even true. You don't ever really get to do anything other than talk. Right? I think she kissed, or like all of them will kiss you at some point. Or in fact, yeah, I definitely know that they all will. Literally all of them at once. In fact. Anyways, I was talking about my PS3. It died. I guess it's been like a couple months now, and a lot of that came from. Oh, now we're off. Now we're like 4 off onto a 4th target. My new, because yeah, we were like going through like a kind of a major heat wave here. Over here where I live, not really a major heat wave, but we were like, it was really hot for a long time, and I've been in my new apartment for like the last 3 or 4 months or so, and it's basically. Yeah, really like super stuffy and hot in here, and that combined with the heat wave, my PS3 just totally overheated. Pretty quickly, in fact. It was like I think I didn't actually use my PS3 until I think it was like a month or 2 after I first moved in that I actually first turned on my PS3 to do something, and after that, like literally, I was playing Final Fantasy 13, and like within 5 hours. It like just shut off, and I was like, what the hell? And I tried to turn it back on, and it shuts off, and then I get a blinking red light, and let's not die at this point. Baku, if you could please take care of that. So yeah, anyways, PS3 overheated due to my shitty, stuffy apartment and the weather over here, so... And yeah, I tried to fix it, but yeah, that really didn't work out at all. I tried like this weird... apparently it's like the standard... trick to fixing your overheated PS3 is there's like this thing where you get a blow dryer and then just basically just unload it into the vents on your PS3 for like 40 minutes basically, and I tried that and it actually worked for like 30 seconds basically. I turned it on and it actually worked for like 30 seconds or so, which was actually really good. It was long, like it fixed things long enough for me to actually get my disc out of the system, which was great. So yeah, Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns recovered from the PS3. So that was a good thing. But other than that, my PS3 was totally borked. Nothing I could do to fix it, and there was no way to get my save data out, which was the real thing. That honestly, it kind of reflects. I think says a lot about kind of my shifting attitude towards video games, like now compared to when I was a kid. Because like if something like that had happened to me, like actually like losing losing my or I guess back in the day, all of your save data wasn't tied to your console. But if like something had happened back in when I was a kid and I like lost all of my save data for all of my games, that'd be like literally like the worst, pretty close to like the worst possible thing that could happen to me, or at least in like my little warped video game obsessed mind back when I was a kid, would be like, yeah, if I lost all my save data, that'd be like a nightmare scenario, be like the worst possible thing that could happen. But yeah, this time, now that it's actually happened, like today, or a couple months ago, honestly, it really didn't bother me that much, because it's like, first of all, like a lot of the games that I had sunk the most hours to were games that I was kind of finished with anyway. Like, sure, I lost my what, 100+ hour Disgaea saves. Like like Disgaea 3 and 4, I was done with those games. I was never going to load up those saves again anyways. And if I did ever play Disgaea again, I would, I'd start a new game. So I was done with my save files on those anyway. Same with like my other RPGs. What RPGs do I even have on that system? Anyways, like, yeah, stuff like Star Ocean, Final Fantasy 13, anyways, yeah, those kinds of games. It's like, who even cares? I wasn't ever going to use those save data. I was done with the games anyways, so who even cares? So, yeah, it honestly didn't even really bother me. And then the other case was like, and in the cases where there were games where I was like, not 100% completed, like Valkyria Chronicles. I was like I hadn't quite 100%ed that game yet. I still had stuff to do. Some of the expert maps and the post-game content and side missions and all that. I hadn't 100%ed that game, but even that didn't bother me, because honestly, it's just like, basically it's just an excuse to go back and play a lot of these games again, just to like get my save data back, basically. Like, although with that said, it was actually really annoying for some of the games that I was. Oh my, oh Jesus! Oh fuck! I can't believe that happened. Holy shit! Oh shit! That was like 10,000 G's down the drain. Fucking hell! Oh. Yeah. Go ahead and kick me. I'm an idiot. Oh well, like I said, at least we didn't waste like a lot of time. Honestly, yeah, the tower run was shorter than the frickin' town run. So, I guess we'll just, do another quick roundabout town just to advance the subquests and stuff. Oh, that was actually kind of hilarious looking at it in retrospect. That was the only way we were going to die, was like by a trap. Yeah, that's the only trap that even damages you anyways. That was literally the only way we were going to die there, is like if there was a trap somewhere, an explosion trap, or a slam trap somewhere in that room. That was like a 1 in a million. Okay, maybe not quite that high. 1 in 100 chance. Maybe not quite that low. Whatever. Anyways, yes, I was annoyed at some of the... At first, I was annoyed at like some of the games I was working through. Like, I wasn't quite finished Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns. In fact, I was really close to the end of that game, so that kind of irritated me. It's like, oh man, now I gotta play through this freaking game all the way from the beginning now, and I was so close to the end. Same with Dark Souls 2 was another one. I hadn't yet 100%ed the game, and I hadn't yet gone through the DLC. And I was like, oh, now I gotta play through Dark Souls 2 all the way from the beginning if I want to actually finish that game. But then I actually thought, like, I really like those games anyway, so it's like, who even cares that I have to start from the beginning? And they're both so open too. It's like I can play this. It's like Final Fantasy 13. You can like, it's almost totally non-linear, really. You can like do pretty much anything in any order in Lightning Returns, that is. So it's like, that sentence it's really hilarious how different Lightning Returns is from the original Final Fantasy 13. Because, yeah, all that stuff I was saying, how it's like, oh, it's so totally open. You can do anything in any order. There's so many different ways you can go through the game. So many different builds you can do. It takes a while for the builds to open up, but, yeah, so many different ways you can sort of, like, play your character. Oh, here we are. And, we probably have enough money to build the library, too, if we hadn't frickin' died on the last tower run. So that was, kind of dreadful. Yes, I think it's a great... Oh, yeah, Record of Ishtaria... I feel like that's a reference to something. I think was that the name of the land in Vandal Hearts? Ishtaria. That sounds familiar. Or no, the land in Vandal Hearts was, I remember this because it's like literally the first word in the opening cutscene when the dude with the epic narrator voice that I'm gonna try and fail to imitate. He's the first line of the game. Sostegaria. And that's literally the first thing the first word that is in the script for Vandal Hearts is Sostegaria. And that's why I remember the name of the fantasy land that Vandal Hearts is set in. I'm, like, again, like 5 tangents deep at this point. What was I talking about? So anyways, yeah, I've got to replay Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns, got to replay Dark Souls, which again, another game. So many different ways to build your character, so many different ways to play through the game. And it's kind of interesting. I've been playing through Dark Souls 2 this last week, and it's amazing how much more fun I find the game to be my second time through it. Because it's like my first time through it, I felt kind of gated just because some of the places, it's kind of hard to figure out where you need to. No. It feels, considering how I don't really deserve it right now because I just died like an idiot. Oh wait, I didn't pick what I should have then. Following from what I was just saying, whatever. Oh, I think we're about to see like a major event now. Oh yeah. Oh, Fur is so great. I just love her. Oh, okay. It's not quite yet, but yeah, that sort of line of reasoning is going to get her into trouble at some point, and then that'll let us. But then we, well, yeah, I'm not going to spoil it. You guys can. You'll see what happens when it happens. Just looking apparently because I don't. Oh, she's actually polite to us when we don't buy or sell anything. I think. Honestly, she's not the best looking. I will say this: like I like her sense of humor. It's fun talking to her. She's got like the best dialogue in the game. She's not really the most attractive, but who cares? That was a direct answer in my case. Would cute be considered a direct answer in my case? Yes, it would. She's like really shocked. Like, all those exclamation points. She is like really shocked that I actually said that. I don't know what possible answer she would be like expecting otherwise. What kind of question is that anyways? That's like not a question you can like possibly answer in any good way. Unless it's like to like, like it's some stranger woman who is not your girlfriend. It's like you compliment her and it's like you're overstepping and it's like, who are you to be like creeping on her and telling her she's beautiful and stuff, and then on the other hand, if you like put her down, it's like there's just no winning. You just like can't do anything in that situation. Actually, I do not feel like having anything to eat because actually, yeah, I'm out of money, pretty much. So, oh yeah, I guess we'll probably have the library option at the Builders Hall now, so I'm just curious to see how much that is going to be. I think that'll be the next thing that I want to... no library. That's a bit strange. So the rest of the buildings at this point are a bit more expensive, so it'll take... Oh, excuse me. It'll take a few tower runs, I think, for us to build up to our next building. Which is fine. But, anyways, oh god, all these things I was talking about. Dark Souls 2, a lot more fun the second time around. The first time through, it's like sometimes it's kind of hard to figure out where to go next. Because, yeah, the game is totally non-linear, but there are, like, some of the sort of pathways that you have to find are a bit obtuse. It's like, for example... there's like this one point where you have to like talk to an NPC like a dozen times, and that'll make her appear in this sort of out of the way location that you have no reason to ever go to after you pass by it the first time, and then you talk to her after she moves to that out of the way location, and then you give her souls to open up a secret passageway, and then that's kind of like the way forward for like to one of the major areas in the game that you need to explore, and actually one of the best ones to go to in the early game, and that's like, and it's just, yeah, a lot of weird little things like that, where it's like just needlessly obtuse requirements for just progressing through the game. But the thing is that because the game is so open and non-linear, you can there's like a dozen of those kinds of different areas that you need to find. So it's like you'll pretty much always, it's like, so yeah, since there's so many different areas to find, you'll probably like figure out at least one of them at some point. So it's like, even though the requirements for unlocking the different areas are like really stupid and obtuse sometimes, you don't really get stuck that often. It's a bit like La Mulana in that way, where it's like there was always something I could do, even though like the requirements for progression at some times were like really dumb and difficult to figure out. because there were so many different places you could go at a given time, you're sort of always progressing forward on one front or another. And then the second time through the game, when you actually know all the requirements of like how to go everywhere, and you don't actually have to figure things out, you can just choose where you want to go and then go there. It's like suddenly it's like, because yeah, the first time through the game, it's just like you sort of go to places as you find them, and then it's like almost like kind of linear at that point, since you can't really go to places until you figure out how to get there. Second time through the game, you can just go wherever you want, and it's like just like bust the game wide open. You have so many different options for like where you're gonna go next. What do you want to do? And it's just really really cool like that. Both of those games actually I found. Oh shit! Why is he? I guess I could probably take him. He's like only level 2, but yeah, I don't really want to take him because I want to level him up. Anyway, so yeah, I don't really mind replaying those two games. In fact, they're really fun, and if anything, I'm kind of glad for the opportunity to, sort of retry them so quickly. And that's kind of the thing. Like, when would it ever really matter that you lose your save data? It's like if the game is good, then it shouldn't really matter that you have to replay it from the beginning. If it's a game that you like, a game that you'll enjoy playing, then, oh no, I've got to play through this really great game from the beginning. Tragedy, despair. It's like, no, it's just cool. I gotta play this game from the start. Whatever. I was probably gonna replay it at some point anyways, because these games are fantastic. And so yeah, I just thought it was kind of interesting how it's like my attitude towards my save data has completely changed to the point where like I don't even care anymore. So if anything, it's like a good thing. It's given me an excuse to replay. It's given me an excuse to replay some of my other games that I haven't played. Like I was talking Valkyria Chronicles. I haven't played that game in ages. In fact, I only ever played through that game once. Didn't even really 100% it the first time. And then I played through, or I haven't played all the way through it yet, but I played through a bit of that. I'll probably play through the rest of it. And it's like, hey, I got an excuse to replay another really great game. I'll probably go through all the games in my collection again. And I'm pretty ruthless in terms of like the games that I keep as well. What type of... Oh, it's a golf... Oh, we got the wind power-up magic wand. Nice! That's like actually the best weapon we could probably get at this point. Or not quite at this point, I guess. Once his magic levels up a bit, that'll be the best weapon we can get. But, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like who gives a damn about save data? It's just like you still got the games. The save games don't go away when the save data goes away. You just play the games again. They're great games anyways. Or at least in my collection. I don't keep bad games in my collection. In fact, I don't even keep, like, decent games in my collection. Basically, if this like any time basically periodically, I just go through my collection of games and just sort of go through them one by one and just think to myself, like, realistically, am I ever going to play this again? And like a lot of the times the answer is no. And so when that happens, I just trade it in, get some money out of it. And yeah, that's just what I do. It's like I've got like a really lean collection too at this point, especially. Or I've got like a lot of PS2 games still, because there are a lot of really great games on PS2. But like in terms of like my PS3 collection, it's like maybe like a little less than 20 games. My Xbox collection is even leaner. I think I have like 6 or 7 games on Xbox 360. That is. So it's like yeah, and that, really, I think that's the best way to kind of approach video game collecting, or approach video games in general. Really, you keep the good stuff, like the stuff that you'll keep on replaying over and over again. It feels pretty nice. Okay, not too bad. Sure, that's like the closest thing to a nice. Oh, I guess she wasn't too pleased with that though. Whatever. That's the closest thing. Or I guess we got to call... That's not true. We got to call fur beautiful. But other than that, that's like the closest thing we've been able to do. The closest thing to a compliment that we've been able to say to a girl at this point in the game.